Another snow chance is coming to central Indiana. It's super minor. It's Tuesday, though. I'm 13 News meteorologist Matt Standridge. We're getting a big cold front to hit Indiana Sunday night and into Monday. It starts this 3-day stretch of some really cold air right over central Indiana. I mean, we're talking about morning temperatures below zero at times for the actual air temperature. Wind chills could be down to -10, -15. I could think a couple of spots could even hit -18, especially Wednesday morning. But we've got a series of cold fronts to do that. The major one is the one that's coming through Indiana Sunday night, but there will be a reinforcing shot of some cold air for Tuesday. It's this front that's out in the plains. Doesn't look like much, but you do see a couple snow showers here and there out towards the west, right around parts of Montana and Wyoming and Idaho, even down the Rockies just a little bit too. It's not a major system because this system has already cleared out a lot of moisture. There's not a lot to work with, and the plains this time of year don't have a lot of moisture. So this thing just coming on the heels of the other front will probably still be able to produce a couple snow showers, but it shouldn't be anything major. However, there could be some light accumulation here at home. So we wanted to talk about what we're expecting as we push into this week with some of these snow chances coming up. Overall, what's next? 3 days of cold. Tuesday and Wednesday definitely look the coldest, but Monday's cold too. It's Tuesday when the flurry chance comes in. I think on Monday we'll get some sun. I think on Wednesday we'll get some sun, but Tuesday right in the middle we'll have this reinforcing shot of some snow showers. We'll have to see if a more substantial type of storm system comes in maybe this following weekend, but we're still not quite sure on that. Tracks and low pressures are still all over the place, so make sure you stay tuned on that one. But what we think on Tuesday is as this cold front presses on through, the second one, we'll be able to stir up the clouds enough to produce a couple snow showers. All right, here's 6 o'clock in the morning. I have actual air temperatures on there, but we'll probably have some west winds gusting up to 20, maybe even 22, 23 miles per hour. That's just enough wind to take these temperatures and create some wind chills that could be down to -6 to -10. We could even be below zero for the actual air temperatures once you get outside of Indianapolis. If you look to the north and west, clouds start thickening up. And as that front gets closer, I think we'll spark some snow showers. Now, we think the general track should be over most of central Indiana. There could be a couple updates if we have to shift this south just a little bit, or maybe even a little farther north. I think the most likely option would actually be a little bit farther south. But we'll get some snow showers spreading in. Here's 9 o'clock, so we've already gotten to school. It was a cold morning for Hoosiers, but then we'll get these snow showers for a few hours. It doesn't look like much. You're Matt thinking, that's not very big. Here's the problem though. Because it is so cold, the snow ratio will be a lot higher. Per 1 inch of water, we can get anywhere from 7 inches of snow to up to 30 inches of snow, depending on how dry the air is. You get dusty snows, you get wetter snows. Most of the snows we've had recently have been wet to moderate. We've had some little dry ones kind of in between as the snow ratio actually changes a lot during storms. We think this one is going to be super dry. So even though there's not a lot of water in the atmosphere, because it's so cold, you can get more snowfall production out of each little water droplet that you got. So we think there could be some steady snow showers there in the late morning, and we could still have some in the afternoon. This model is kind of keeping things a little bit quick and shallow, gets it out of here. We'll have to see. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we still had a few flurries, though, right around lunchtime or maybe into the early afternoon, and then clearing out later into the evening. And hopefully we can get some sunshine maybe before sunset, or we'll just have to wait till Wednesday. Wednesday definitely looks sunny. So a quick passing. Few snow showers will come on through, but it's a real dry, dusty snow. And because things are already so cold, it can instantly stick. It's definitely going to instantly stick to any snow or ice that's still on the ground. On the roads, we'll have to see. A lot of times you need at least an inch before you really start noticing a lot of slick spots. If it's temporary enough, hopefully there isn't too crazy of a situation on the roads, but there could be slick spots. This is a huge snow accumulation map, but it is something to kind of look out for. Most of the state is in line for a few flurries, but I think most of central Indiana, from Kokomo south to Bedford, and then from Danville in Illinois all the way to Richmond, Indiana for the Red Devils, we could be talking about up to a ½ inch. That doesn't mean everyone's getting a ½ inch. That's probably the max potential. I think some of us will get barely even a dusting, or sometimes you look at it and that's not even a dusting, but I kind of see a couple snow grains sticking there. We could get anywhere from that to maybe up to a ½ inch. I think to get up to an inch will be tough, but we'll see. We still have a few hours to work with this storm system, but up to a ½ inch could be possible. That is enough to produce some slick spots, but not nearly the kind of slick spots that we've had and some of these past storm systems that they've passed on through. On top of that, let's just talk about the cold on that day. Regardless, throw out the snow chances. Just look at some of these wind chills. As we're going throughout your Tuesday, you still see a lot of negative numbers, especially from Indy and off to the north, where you have these west winds still gusting up to 20 or 25 miles per hour. In fact, throughout much of the day, here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We get the snow showers. They'll probably start ending by about 2 o'clock. We're still cold, so this is a very dry and dusty snow. It's going to be like powder out there. And then it's out of here, but the cold is still here. The cold's going to be here for the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think the worst will be Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. That's where the actual air temperatures will definitely be below zero area wide. If you get outside of Indy, we're talking about temperatures, below this. This is what we think for Indianapolis, -4. You get outside of the city, you could be down to -6, -7, -8. We'll have to see. Highs in the afternoons will only be in the teens. The good news, trying to look for the positive, is that this is not a huge stretch of cold air. We start warming up by the end of the week. In fact, there's a drastic difference from Wednesday to Thursday as we get back to the freezing mark real quickly. That's thanks to a south wind that starts to come back. We're windy all week, but it's all about the direction. Northwest winds will keep us very cold, and you got the snowpack too. But then we switch the direction, come out of the southwest, and that will start to warm us up. The week actually looks a little bit sunnier than we've been. There will be passing clouds, of course, but it's Tuesday when we're mostly cloudy with some of those snow showers from, I would say, about 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning to about 2 in the afternoon. That's our best guess for right now. So it's not even all day, but they're kind of smack dab in the middle of the day, right around lunch. Do watch out for possibly some very light accumulations across central Indiana.